Tonight on KGW News, a barista held at gunpoint describes the moment she knew she'd be okay.
I'm thinking either this guy is with him and I'm doomed, or there's a guardian angel watching over me.
Plus, nurses send a warning. Schools can't keep up with COVID cases.
There are too few nurses to do the job that's required.
And what to know about free COVID tests coming from the government this week. Then later, the strange creature once again covering some Oregon beaches. Your news starts now. Good evening, I'm Laurel Porter. We begin tonight hearing from school nurses. Some have big concerns over how the Portland School District is dealing with the current surge in COVID cases. They wrote an open letter defending teachers and airing frustrations over a nurse shortage. Catherine Cook reports.
We're seeing case numbers that we did not see at all in the fall.
Jennifer McKinster is a school nurse at Grant High School. The COVID case numbers she's talking about are district-wide and involve students, parents, and teachers. For that reason, she and other nurses are criticizing this letter. PPS Human Resources sent it to all teachers last week, accusing some of them of misusing sick time. The district said, quote, "We are getting regular reports of educators being asked by colleagues to call in sick with the intention of causing the district to close schools." The teachers union condemned the email, saying, "This message from PPS is off base, demoralizing to all educators, and an insult to our profession."
And we wanted to support them because nurses see the reality of what's happening in the schools.
McKinster helped write this open letter signed by 36 nurses serving PPS students. It criticizes the district for saying school closures are happening because of staff shortages rather than citing the spread of COVID-19 as the reason. It says, quote, "Schools are short-staffed because so many educators are sick or quarantined or have families of their own to care for who are sick. Teachers should be supported rather than blamed." The letter also notes the district's shortage of school nurses. State law recommends one nurse per 750 students. Right now, there is one nurse per 1,253 students in Portland Public Schools.
They're having a hard time feeling like they can adequately do the job that they're being asked to do. And nurses are in the school because they love kids, and it's hard.
McKinster says conducting COVID testing is also an issue.
It's being promised, but we don't have staff to do testing or tracking of the tests. And we're also being asked to use tests that have been expired.
McKinster and the others who signed this letter hope things will improve and that people who are sick will heal. In the meantime, they're asking the district to stop assigning blame on anything but the virus itself. In an email to KGW, Portland Public Schools Chief of Staff Jonathan Garcia tells us the district is actively looking into incidents referenced in the email to teachers and can't share more detailed information at this time. He says their top priority now is working with staff and labor partners to ensure schools remain open. Catherine Cook, KGW News.
When classes resume tomorrow after the MLK holiday, several schools will be starting remote learning. We're tracking the list of school closures and other changes related to COVID. You can find the article up on KGW.com. You can also text the word school to 503-226-5088, and we'll send the link right to your phone. With the Omicron surge right now, it may seem like getting a COVID test has never been harder. But two changes this week might help a bit. One is an effort by the federal government to give away 500 million rapid at-home tests to anyone who wants them. That's 4 per address. The other is a new rule that forces insurance companies to pay you back if you buy a COVID test out of pocket after January 15th. This comes as Oregon Health Authority Director Patrick Allen acknowledged there just are not enough tests, even though the state of Oregon is buying 12 million.
Today, a COVID-19 test remains a scarce commodity across the United States, and it's no different in Oregon. I know many people are worried and frustrated because timely tests are hard to come by unless you have the flexibility and patience to wait your turn in line at a testing site.
The federal government site to sign up for those free tests is covidtests.gov. At last check, the page was inactive, but we're told it will go live on Wednesday. The tests will be mailed to you within 7 to 12 days, so hopefully you don't need them right now. If you find a home test at a store, first off, congratulations. They're pretty hard to find right now. And second, be sure to save your receipts and go online to see if your health insurance company has forms to reimburse you, since not all do yet. Moderna says it's working on a single-shot booster for both COVID-19 and the flu. The company's CEO says the plan is to have a combined vaccine booster ready to test by April, with the goal of having this single annual shot available by the fall of 2023. Now let's get you caught up on tonight's other headlines. Police say alcohol may have been a factor in a wrong-way crash on I-5 North this morning. A car going the wrong direction near Terwilliger hit a semi-truck head-on. Both people in the car were taken to the hospital. We don't know their conditions. The semi-truck driver is okay. Sad news in the Portland restaurant community. Rio Varnado, the owner of Rio's Ribs in Northeast Portland, has died. His family announced the death happened on Friday. Varnado helped found Rio's Ribs in 1999, bringing Mississippi-style barbecue to Portland. He was also the uncle of Snoop Dogg. The rapper posted a picture yesterday saying, "You will be missed. Thank you for loving me and the whole world. You were a blessing." And in Oregon politics, State Representative Dan Rayfield is poised to become the state's next Speaker of the House. Democratic representatives officially nominated him Sunday. Rayfield represents the Corvallis area. A formal election in the House is set for February 1st when the legislature convenes. He's expected to be elected and replace longtime House Speaker Tina Kotek. She's stepping down to focus on her run for governor. Still developing tonight, the search for an armed robber. A man held up 2 Oregon City coffee shops in just a matter of minutes. A barista at a third coffee stand says the suspect is the same man who robbed her at gunpoint earlier in the day. Mike Benner has the story.
It's just a great place to work at.
Talk to the baristas at Keller's Coffee in Malino, and they'll tell you there's no better place to serve up a hot cup of joe.
You get to know a lot of people. It's really fun. We have a fun time in here, us 4 girls.
But this barista, who asked us not to share her name, says there was nothing fun about what happened Saturday morning. She was alone at the coffee stand when a guy pulled up to the window.
Threw a bucket in the window at me, pointed a gun at me, and told me to give him all the money. I grabbed the money out of the till. He told me to empty my tip jar in the bucket. I did.
While following the robber's orders, she managed to initiate the emergency SOS feature on her iPhone. That alerted police as well as some of her emergency contacts.
Suddenly, another car started to pull in, and I panicked, thinking either this guy is with him and I'm doomed, or there's a guardian angel watching over me. And it happened to be a regular who pulled in, and the other guy just drove away, the robber.
Turns out he wasn't finished terrorizing Clackamas County baristas. According to Oregon City Police, around 7:20 Saturday night, the man robbed Black Rock Coffee on Malala Avenue. A half hour later, authorities say he robbed Dutch Bros on Main Street. Both of those holdups were caught on camera.
When I saw the security footage, it kind of made me relive it all over again, because I remember seeing that pull up to the window, that helmet, and that exact outfit.
Take another look at the guy. Detectives say he was wearing a black motorcycle helmet, complete with a big X made with white tape. There was a mesh over the face mask portion of the helmet. The guy was also wearing a black jacket, black pants, and black shoes.
I just don't want to see more people get traumatized just over money.
She says it's a helpless feeling that would be impossible to get over if not for the Keller Coffee regulars who are showing her so much love.
Just a good feeling knowing people care about you when you serve them their coffee. So it's great.
She was so brave to share her story with us. That was Mike Benner reporting. In addition to the motorcycle helmet and black attire you saw, the suspect is believed to be between 5'6" and 5'10". He had dark eyes. Anyone with information about the case should contact the Oregon City Police Department.
Dr. King had a dream!
It has been almost 60 years since Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s famous "I Have a Dream" speech in Washington, D.C. But today his words and call to action were very much alive at Peninsula Park in North Portland. That's where the 8th annual March for Human Rights and Dignity happened. The march moved east down Rosa Parks Way toward MLK Boulevard and ended at the convention center. Though many acknowledge there's still work to be done to fully realize Dr. King's dream, they do have hope for the future. Many mark Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday today by volunteering. One of the largest projects in Portland was organized by the nonprofit Solve. Hundreds of volunteers picked up 3,000 pounds of trash in downtown Portland. Today's cleanup was about bringing people together to do good in the community, a way to honor Dr. King's legacy.
Because if it wasn't for Martin Luther King, we might not have been able to do half the stuff we do today.
Martin Luther King was a very special person. He advocated for peace and justice for all, and it's just very important that we stand by that.
Solve has more cleanups in neighborhoods all over the city coming up. Check out solveoregon.org to sign up to help out. And an annual tradition in honor of Dr. King continued at the Hollywood Theater. The World Arts Foundation screened a documentary form of Keep Alive the Dream. The event previously included several hours of speakers and performances, but because of the pandemic was boiled down to a short film documenting art and history from Portland's African American community.
So this film is not only a documentary, but it also is a tribute to the long history. We've done this for 37 consecutive years. There's a lot of history in it, and since I was there, fortunately for each one of those, it brought a lot of memories and people that I had forgotten.
There was also live music and a Q&A with community members following the film.